Does silence hurt a narcissist?
Yes, silence often does hurt narcissists in these ways. Ignores them. Silence implies the narcissist does not exist or matter. Being ignored robs them of the attention their ego craves. Lack of control. When victims are silent, the narcissist cannot manipulate or provoke them. This puts control of the situation out of their hands. Loss of power. Silence conveys the narcissist's behavior has no effect. Their games, jabs, and tactics fall flat, disempowering them. Reveals truths. Silence causes narcissists to hear their own inner insecurities loud and clear. It strips away their false mask and bravado. Creates uncertainty. Silent rejection leaves the narcissist wondering if they have lost control or been one-upped. They obsess over the meaning. Indicates boundaries. Silence shows the narcissist they've crossed lines and that their manipulation is not working as it did before. Requires introspection. With the focus off them, silence forces narcissists to confront their own frailties and distorted thinking such as entitlement or victim complex. Confuses them. They cannot comprehend why someone would reject the opportunity to interact with their supposed magnificence. It's baffling. Induces boredom. Without constant adoration, arguments, or crises to feed their needs, the narcissist quickly becomes bored. Silence is unstimulating. Causes rage. The frustration of silence often provokes narcissistic rage and desperate attempts to provoke a response through escalating abuse. Silence robs narcissists of supply and control. It confuses and infuriates them. That's why no contact is so important to recover from narcissistic relationships. Silence imposes healthy boundaries.
Do narcissists deserve love?
This question is complex because narcissism is on a spectrum. Severe cases likely cannot receive or give love in a healthy manner until they pursue intensive treatment. Their distorted perceptions prevent real intimacy, empathy, and mutuality. Mild to moderate cases have likely experienced love, but it gets complicated by insecurity, need for control, and lack of reciprocity. Their disorder distorts the love experience. Narcissists still yearn for love like anyone else. They developed narcissism because they didn't receive enough patient, compassionate love as children. But they don't understand how to healthfully love or receive it. And choosing not to love them does not mean they deserve it. It just means their partners must protect themselves from narcissists' harmful behaviors patterns. Their disorder makes relationships toxic. Withholding love can reinforce narcissistic patterns. Some research suggests calmly confronting their behavior, while offering compassion can support change. But this must be done carefully without enabling. Even if they sometimes act loving, it is problematic. Narcissists typically use love manipulatively to serve themselves when it is convenient rather than consistently nurturing their partner. Real love prioritizes the partner's needs. They still suffer. Inability to love or be loved in wholesome ways leads to profound loneliness, anger, and misery. Their disorder itself is a form of suffering, even if they hurt others. The question of whether narcissists deserve love is hard. In theory, all beings deserve to give and receive love healthfully, but narcissists lack that ability until they heal their traumas compassionately. Withdrawing love can be necessary to protect oneself.
Will a narcissist stay with you forever?
It is unlikely a narcissist will stay with one person forever for these reasons. They crave variety. Narcissists get bored easily and always want novelty. The same partner loses luster over time, no matter how terrific they are. Commitment phobia. Being tied down feels threatening. They want freedom to pursue opportunities for attention, success, and seduction at all times. Flaws get magnified. At first, narcissists idealize partners, but the excitement fades, and they magnify minor flaws to justify rejection. Objects, not people. Narcissists relate to partners as possessions or validation suppliers, not equals. They discard people when they have been used up. Never satisfied. Narcissists feel chronically empty inside. No single partner can provide the infinite admiration they want. They keep seeking more supply sources. Addicted to seduction, the thrill of new conquests feeds their ego. Having the same partner gets stale. It's harder to keep seducing the same person. Avoid true intimacy. Real closeness requires vulnerability, compromising, and sharing power. This makes narcissists feel insecure, so they remake relationships frequently. Unhappy within. Narcissism makes people chronically unhappy within themselves. They instinctively reject relationships at the first struggles because they are uncomfortable with imperfections or conflict. Self-sabotage. Narcissists compulsively undermine their connections with arrogance, dishonesty, and control. Eventually, partners give up on the narcissist's behavior. For these reasons, narcissists tend to have repetitive, unstable relationships. Staying with one partner forever would threaten their ego-driven desires. They need novelty, freedom, and control.
The narcissist ever regret?
It's possible, but uncommon. Here are some caveats around narcissists feeling regret. Remorse requires empathy. To regret how they hurt others, narcissists would need the ability to comprehend someone else's perspective or pain, which is limited. Their disorder stunts emotional growth. Narcissists are stuck around the maturity level of a young child, who tends to see others only in relation to themselves. They view people more as objects than feeling beings. This precludes authentic remorse. It's all-consuming. The narcissist's obsession with managing their roller coaster self-esteem, avoiding vulnerability, and proving their superiority eclipses everything else. There's little space left for concern about those they use in the process. Other people feel abstract. Despite having relationships, narcissists are so disconnected from others' humanity that it doesn't emotionally fully register how they impact them. People exist more conceptually than actually. It happens unconsciously. Their learned coping mechanisms are so automatic. Narcissists often don't make conscious choices at all to manipulate or harm. They reactively repeat patterns that once gave a sense of control or power. They confuse regret with self-pity. Narcissists may have moments of feeling sorry for themselves over a failed relationship or being abandoned, but this is more a resentment that their needs are no longer being catered to. Accepting flaws would crush their ego. To own how their behaviors affect others would require acknowledging weaknesses and imperfections they deny to preserve a superior self-image. They justify their actions. Narcissists rationalize and invalidate others' concerns about their behavior. This denial allows them to feel like the victim and avoid consciousness. So in some rare, lucid moments, narcissists may feel a flicker of remorse. But their pervasive defense mechanisms, distorted perceptions, and emotional immaturity make authentic, consistent remorse an exceedingly rare phenomenon. If you've been affected by narcissistic abuse, please share your experiences in the comments below. It can be healing to know you're not alone. Press like if this video resonated with your journey, and subscribe to join a community of support and recovery. Together we can heal by bringing narcissistic misery to light, finding validation in each other's stories, and learning tools to move forward. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and hope we can build a compassionate space for survivors here.